Have you ever had that moment where you're just bursting with an incredible idea, but when you start trying to explain it to someone else, you sound like you're speaking in a completely different language? Trust me, I've also been there. And that's why today we'll be diving into the art of the pitch deck, which is a tool that helps stakeholders easily understand and care about your product, service, or idea. In the next few minutes, we'll be going over a few common forms of stories that entrepreneurs and businesses use. And then we'll dive into the value of a business pitch and what a pitch deck entails. Let's discuss some of the different types of stories that you'll often encounter in the business world, starting with the origin story. The origin story is how your idea was born, why you started your company, and what really drives you. And by talking about the past, you really humanize your brand and connect with your audience by sharing why they should care about you and your business. You'll also often hear about the customer success story. And this is an example of how your product or service is changing lives. Here, you're talking about the present. You're showing an example and a reason for why people should trust your product. The vision story is all about the future, and it enables key stakeholders to really imagine the vision of the company and where you're going. It's really crucial for keeping and motivating team members and really crystallizes the values and purpose of your business. Last but not least, you have your business pitch. And this is where you're convincing others that your idea is valuable and worth investing in. The business pitch often comes in two main forms, the first being the elevator pitch. So imagine that you meet a CEO or an investor on an elevator, and you have the 15 to 30 seconds that you're in the elevator together to talk about your business idea. It's succinct, memorable, and adaptable. Then you have your pitch deck. And this is like your startup's movie trailer. It's supposed to be exciting, informative, and it also leaves people wanting more. Let's focus a little bit more on the pitch deck. So the pitch deck is typically a concise presentation that gives you an overview of your business plan. And it's a visual storytelling tool that captures the essence of your business. It's about telling your story in a way that makes people sit up and really take notice. So why would you want to start a pitch deck? Well, it's great for securing funding from investors, attracting potential co-founders or key employees, winning startup competitions or programs, and it also helps you clearly communicate your vision or strategy. The pitch deck is also a really good opportunity to force yourself to sit down and distill your business idea into the most critical elements. Now let's break down the key components that you'll want to include in a pitch deck. You can think of these components as puzzle pieces that you can rearrange, expand upon, or also remove depending on either what information that you have at the moment or what information you want to convey to your audience. You usually start with the introduction, and this is your hook. It should be brief, but it should make the audience eager to learn more and actually pay attention to your pitch. Next, you have the problem. And this is the problem that your product or service is trying to solve. Include data or anecdotes that really illustrate why this problem is so important and how it affects your target market. Note that the bigger the problem that you make it out to be, the more important people will think the solution will be as well. Then you have your vision or solution, and this is the product or service that you're selling. And this is the answer to the problem that you just presented. Make sure it's clear, concise, and really explains what you're doing to solve the problem that you just presented. The target market is who will buy your product and use your service. And this could be the segmentation of your market, which allows others to really understand that your solution is very useful for a certain group. Or you could be trying to show here that there's actually a broader market for your solution. Next, you have your competitors and advantages. And this is a very important section where you're demonstrating the landscape of where your idea exists in. Talking about your competitors shows that you not only understand the market and what else is out there, but it also shows why your product or service is better than the others that are out there, or why it fills a void in the current market. The business model is where you're explaining how you're making money to your potential investors or stakeholders. Use revenue streams, pricing strategies, key partnerships to really demonstrate that you have a viable, profitable business concept. Really show that you're not going to cause these people who are providing financial support for your idea to lose money. The strategy is where you're outlining your plan for success. here, if you have any financial, operational, or marketing strategies that exist, you're using these to really demonstrate that you have a well thought out plan and you know how to execute your vision. Finally, you have your team, and here you're highlighting the people behind the idea. You're highlighting relevant experiences and also the people and advisors that are supporting your idea. You're trying to build confidence in your team's ability to actually execute your product, service, or idea. A pitch deck is generally between 10 or 20 slides, and that varies depending on the situation that you're in. But a concise and well-organized deck is very important to ensure that the people that are listening to you are paying attention in the very little time that you have to pitch your idea. When you're practicing your business pitch, try to get feedback from friends, family, or people who don't know about your business. What do they remember most? What questions do they have? What do they find confusing about your idea or how you're talking about it? This feedback will really help you refine your story and make sure it's even more impactful for the investors that similarly don't know about your business idea. As we wrap up, remember this: a pitch is more than just the presentation. It's one of the first chapters to your business story. So whether you're pitching to investors, partners, or potential customers, your goal is to make them want to be part of the story that you're creating about your business idea. So take what you've learned today and start writing. Salamat, baby.